Let our Jade guide commence.
What pretty eyes.
Jade is a 5-star quantum erudition. Her main role is sub-DPS though can be DPS. Her kit is AoE dependent. Firstly, Jade normal attack deals damage to enemy and its adjacent. Her skill selects an ally and make them debt collector. Debt collector speed will increase by 30 and their HPH would be consumed whenever they attack. Her skill doesn't implement these buffs on herself. Moving on to her ultimate, Jade's ultimate deals damage to all enemies and enhances her follow-up attack for 2 times. Jade's talent is her follow-up attack, which occurs when she reaches 8 points. These points can only be gained by debt collector or Jade attacking enemies. Launching the follow-up would also gain 5 stack of pond asset, which increase crit damage of Jade that can stack up to 50 times. Her first passive gives her pond asset whenever enemy enters combat. Beside this, whenever debt collector takes turn gains 3 stacks of pond asset. Her second ascension trace gives her 50% advanced movement when battle begins. Her last ascension sees Jade attack based on pond asset. Now let's move on to her trace's priority.
What pretty eyes.
As for the trace's priority, her talent is most important to be upgraded. Coming after her talent is her ultimate, which is the second significant part of her kit. Third position goes to her skill, and upgrading her normal attack might be unnecessary. Her Ascension 6 is pretty significant for attack boost. Her second ascension takes second place and last goes to her fourth. It is more advised to simply unlock all the ascension. You stingy won't be saving any millions of materials anyway. Now for the relics part.
Do they shine in the dark?
Jade has many options for relics compared with other units. She can optimize the 1.5 relic follow-up very well. Quantum set would also be nice on her. The new set isn't any great on her but usable. Musketeer or hacker space 2-piece can be used. For her ornaments, Salsat is probably the best, but the new ornament is also great as she can get a lot from it. Sigonia also works very well on her, especially in pure fiction. Izumo can be used when there is another erudition in her team. For her main stats, crit body is like a must. For her boots, 80k boost is a lot advised. Speed boot is probably used if you want to make her subs. Her ornament should be quantum bonus or attack percent. Her link should be attack, though energy regeneration can be used but is definitely not suggested. For her substats, attack, speed and crit, her optimum requirement would be 1 to 2 crit ratio and over 3000 attack. Let's head over to Lightcones, you sneakies.
I'll admit that.
Jade has an oasis for lightcone options. Her main lightcone is obviously her signature that gives crit rate and other stuffs. She can also utilize the new Herta shop lightcone. Jinjuan lightcone is also great on her as she can utilize all its passives except for skill part. Genius response is another great F2P options. Herta lightcone is also great on her. Himeko lightcone is also usable on her if you get unlucky.
What are you prepared to wager this time?
Jade can fit in many teams as a sub-DPS. One of her team in the Fat Yellow Stone Gang consisting of Jade, Ratio, Topaz and Aventurine. Another team is the Honkai Legends Bang Bang, which consists of Jade, Topaz, Robin and Aventurine. This team is pretty great in terms of skill points management and damage. Another team is the Why Are We Still Here? Just to Suffer. His team consists of Blade, Jade, Robin and a support or sustain. This team is pretty great. Bladey is finally getting more time now. He can utilize the passives while not facing any such of issue like less turns etc. Deal with the Jade and suffer yourself brew. Another team also exists like Team of Beauty, which consists of Argenti, Jade, Ruin Mai or any support and a support or sustain teammate. This team is pretty much fixed for pure fiction as Argenti can deal AoE damage. Another team is Herta Boom. This consists of Jade and Herta as well as Himeko and fourth slot for support like Ruin Mai or Sustain. This team madly screams pure fiction, and Debt Collector here would obviously be hurt due to her several follow-up attacks. There are many more teams that can be made right now and perhaps in future too.
What do you want then?
I've already asked before, but it seems you guys still don't consider subbing. If you find my videos bad, do tell me in comments so I may try improving. Moving on, Jade's first Eidolon increases her follow-up attack damage by 32%, and now she would get additional point for attacking an enemy. Her second Eidolon is also pretty nice as it gives Jade 18% crit rate when she gets 15 stacks of pawn. Jade's fourth Eidolon mentions that after her ult is used, Jade's damage ignore 12% of enemies' defense that last for 3 turns. Her third and fifth Eidolon are trace upgrades. The last Eidolon gives her 20% quantum resistance penetration and Debt Collector status when there is Debt Collector on field. In my opinion, her first Eidolon is pretty great and you can go for it if you're simp or whale. Her second Eidolon is also nice, though I wouldn't say much on that. No comment on E6 either. I also want to discuss if you should pull for Jade Lightcone. That cone gives 16% crit rate. It also gives follow-up damage after exceeding over 120 crit damage for every 20 crit DMG increase, and this can stack up to 4 times. It also makes ultimate and follow-up ignore 20% of defense, which is nice. You can pull this Lightcone instead of her Eidolon, buy it is up to you. Many erudition can make use of this Lightcone, though this is not necessary as there are other options too, and it has requirement to have at least 200 crit damage, which is very possible for her but may not for other. So yay, up to you. Anyways, I am thinking of doing a giveaway if we reach around 100 subs among some days. That should be it. See you next time, bye.